Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving, by Warren Buffett. The first finance lesson every individual should learn before starting his investment journey is to spend what is left after savings. The disposable income of households should be properly prioritized, especially in the case of dual income households where the disposable income is high. Channelizing the disposable income plays a major role. Otherwise, this will create a tendency to spend on unnecessary luxury items. This video will throw light on discretionary spending and how to channelize it effectively. Welcome to holisticinvestment.in. The first step to saving better is to cut down our unnecessary expenses. But you may ask, how can I cut down on unnecessary expenses? And today we are going to look into these not so important expenses to find out how the cost of these expenses compounds into a large corpus years later. There are n number of everyday expenses that create a hole in our savings and health. Today we are going to analyze just 3 of everyday expenses, where this would give you a large picture of the amount that gets carried away from you without much awareness. After seeing the cost of these expenses in the long run and the huge revelation of the effects of compounding, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with those expenses. First, let us see the steps to find those expenses that drain our pockets. First, budgeting. You may have a digital copy of your budget or use any app, or even few people like to physically write it down with pen and paper. After that, you need to write your future financial goals and categorize them: short-term, medium-term and long-term goals. Creating a plan, that is budget, and sticking to it is one of the best money habits. This will eliminate discretionary spending. Next, Netflix once tweeted that its competitor is sleep, and Coke owner said that Coca-Cola's real competition is water. The above pictures, that is the content from social media, clearly shows that we are ready to spend on alluring things and alternatives are available at no cost. These two are examples of discretionary spending, and we have quoted a few more below. Dining out and entertainment, expense related to eating at restaurants, going to movies, concerts or other leisure activities, travel and vacation, luxury items and upgrades like purchasing luxury goods, premium brands or high-end fashion items, non-essential subscription services, non-essential electronic gadgets beyond your basic needs. The above list of discretionary expenses is just a sample. Individuals can exercise control over their spending choices based on their preferences and priorities, which may vary depending on personal circumstances. You may face difficulties when allocating limited funds among competing priorities. The more you have clarity on your financial goals and monthly expenses, the better you could cut off these expenses. The amount saved on unnecessary spending could be carefully routed to your wealth creation path. The next step is how to divert discretionary spending into wealth creation path. Thereby, you can accomplish your financial goals comfortably and early. You may think that spending a few bucks daily or monthly isn't a big deal. Remember that a small leak will sink the boat. There should be a trade-off between your necessities and luxuries. Though the benefit of this trade-off couldn't be reaped in the short term, it will yield fruitful results in the long run. Smoking is one of the discretionary expenses. One could quit smoking and save the money spent on this for other financial goals or any big-ticket expenses. The picture here depicts how you could save for your future by swapping the cigarettes for an SIP. The cost of smoking in 30 years is 1.30 crores. If this amount is invested all through the years, the accumulated corpus at the end of 30 years is 5.05 crores. Here the return assumption is 12%. This shows that the power of compounding works at its best in the long run. Similarly, any OTT subscription like Netflix, Sony Live, and eating out on weekends or going on trips could be swapped for your financial life goals. Often, your bonus evaporates in your pocket. Better save it for something you really want. To understand the concept of penny saved as a penny earned, let us do some number crunching. We have taken 3 discretionary expenses for our analysis. The cost of products assumed here is approximately closest to the nearest 100. The assumed rate of return on investment is 12% per annum. Let us calculate the accumulated corpus at the end of 30 years. First, Coke. A 2.25 liter bottle would approximately cost 100 rupees. If an individual consumes 1 bottle a week, it costs rupees 400 per month. This amount could be diverted to a SIP investment. Here we have assumed an inflation of 6% per annum. The total amount invested with a step up of 6% per annum is 3.79 lakhs. If you could avoid drinking Coke just one PET bottle in a week, the final corpus accumulated is 23.16 lakhs. Next, Netflix. A premium plan would cost rupees 650 per month. If you could save this amount and invest the same, then you could have saved 8.83 lakhs, assuming inflation 8%. The final accumulated corpus under this scenario is 46.03 lakhs. This amount could be utilized for any of your financial life goals. Next, smoking. The earlier two scenarios burn a smaller hole in your finances, whereas smoking would cause a bigger hole in your finances than you could imagine. If a person is spending rupees 60 per day, then the monthly expenses would be 1,800. Assuming an inflation rate of 8% per annum, the amount spent on cigars in 30 years would be 35.53 lakhs. The accumulated corpus would be 1.59 crores. Now it's time for some actual figures, that is real-time market value. We have chosen a mutual fund scheme for our calculation. Here is an example of what would be the future value of saving just 10,000 per month over 30 years. For calculation purposes, we have taken Kotak's Emerging Equity Scheme. The monthly SIP is rupees 10,000 with an annual step-up of 5%. The final accumulated corpus at the end of 20 years is 1.21 crores. The CAGR is 11% per annum. This is a big deal of amount which helps you to fund any of your financial goals. If you could control your habit of splurging, you could invest the same for your future financial goal. It is always the small things that make a big difference. Did it ever cross your mind that Coke, Netflix, smoking have such large effect on your finances? We have illustrated how cutting down just these three expenses will help you become a crorepati in the future. At the end of the day, it's up to you to spend your hard-earned money the way you want. The point of this analysis is to explain to those people who are not aware that these expenses can create large holes in their pockets. This amount, if invested properly, can generate large corpus. Here is our conclusion. Be mindful of your discretionary spending as it can significantly affect your financial health. You can wisely allocate the funds by budgeting and managing your expenses. By understanding the difference between necessary and discretionary expenses, you can make informed decisions about your spending priorities and work towards financial stability and success. Balancing discretionary spending with necessities is crucial as it ensures wealth accumulation in the long run. A detailed blog post on this topic is available in our website and the link is in the description box. Hope you like this video. If you have any questions related to this or any other investment option or related to your financial goal, don't hesitate to book a free appointment with our financial planners. The link to the free booking is given in the description box below. Also, will you be interested to attend any insightful investment webinar? Then feel free to register for the upcoming Enlightening Investment Webinar. It is completely free. The registration link for the upcoming webinar is also given in the description box. If you like this video, please give us thumbs up. Also, share it with your social circle. If you haven't subscribed our YouTube channel so far, please subscribe now.